Hey, what's up everybody? Danny Lightning here with a review on the DRL simulator. Alright, this is the Drone Racing League simulator. If you're trying to get good or learn how to fly racing quads, this is a really nice simulator. A lot of these models feel very realistic. Some of them feel like sloppy messes. But if you find the right model that really fits you, these things fly great. They've all got loads of power. They're all really fast. You've got racing courses. You got freestyle courses where you can just go around and do tricks and learn to fly at your own pace. You can edit your quads. You can do all kinds of stuff on here. So first, let's go run through a solo racing track. I'll show you one of my favorites. Then we'll go look at a freestyle track, and then we'll look at some of the quad customization, the controller settings, and all that kinds of stuff. I do have my graphics on the very lowest settings because I'm flying on a 8-year-old laptop that's gotten really slow. So if I don't turn my graphics down, my screen recorder starts running really choppy. So if you see any choppiness, it's not the game. Alright, that's not the game's fault. It's my old computer's fault. So let's go ahead and pick the LA Apocalypse map. This is a great map for learning to fly inside. Alright, plus it's got a little 3D move to where you go through one of the gates. So even though this says it's an easy course, this one is, but it's not easy at the same time. So this will probably take about 2 minutes, minute and a half, 2 minutes to run through this. Then we'll go look at a 3-style map. We'll look at all the other stuff. But yeah, if you want to learn to fly indoors, this is a nice course. It's not too totally cramped. Flying indoors is very hard, especially if you're new. So you got to really learn to manage your throttle on these things, because if you give it too much throttle, these quads are all just going to start moving at the speed of light, or so it feels. And if you're new, you got to make sure you really learn to manage your throttle. I'm flying the DRL Racer 3 right now, which has crazy amounts of power. So this one's actually really hard to fly. There was that little 3D move. And that's why I'm flying this one, because it's actually very hard. And that's going to make me a better pilot. But I would definitely start off with one of the tweaker models. I would start off with the 4-inch tweaker, then move up to the 5-inch tweaker slammed, and then maybe eventually move up to the DRL racer. But I've found flown a lot of the different quads in this game. And I don't know, the tweaker models and this DRL racer are really the ones that I like so far. I was talking to Canoodle, who is a professional DRL racer, and he has a lot to do with this simulator. And he was the one that suggested the tweaker models. When I first started flying this, I didn't really like it. I was flying some of those little 3-inch quads. Whoops, it's hard to talk and fly at the same time. But I was flying some of those little 3-inch quads, and I was like, man, these don't feel right. They're kind of sloppy, blah, blah, blah. And Canoodle says, hey, try the tweaker models. And I did, and yeah, they're good. They're real good. And I've tried a couple others since, but I keep either going back to the tweaker or this DRL racer. To me, these feel very realistic. Some of the other ones felt kind of realistic, but I don't know, there's just something about the tweaker and the DRL racer models that are really nice. And somehow I just missed the finish, and I probably just missed coming in at beating my time. So far I come in like 52nd place or something on this map out of everybody who's flown this track with a 6-inch quad. Let's see if I beat my time. I did not. So my best time so far was 1 minute and 31 seconds, and I came in 54th. So that's actually really good. I don't know how I managed to come in 54th, because I'm pretty new to this type of flying. Alright, let's go ahead and exit to the main menu. Let's go check out a freestyle map. More than likely my computer is going to lag. Like I said, I got this really slow 8-year-old laptop. I do have the graphics turned down to the lowest settings. Let's go ahead and pick Out of Service. A lot of people seem to really like this map, but these are more for just learning to do tricks or flying around at your own pace. If my screen recorder starts to run choppy, I'm sorry, sometimes it'll do that. So we're going to go look at this real quick. I'll fly around on this for a minute or two, and then we're going to go look at some of the customization options, and then I'll probably do one more racing map. and then end this video. But you know, if you guys are looking to learn how to fly something that's a drone or a quadcopter, whatever you want to call it, you should really check out this simulator. If you pick the right models to fly, this is really, really good. Alright, so here we go. We're just going to fly around. Yeah, I can look over on my other screen, and I see that my screen recorder is running really choppy. That's not the game. Alright, that's my old computer not being able to handle this big old map. But there's all kinds of stuff. All these obstacles you can fly through. I mean, these maps here are just a lot of fun for someone who's just learning to fly or wanting to learn how to just come in here and do different tricks. Alright? I mean, I'm having a blast on these things. Oh, see, I'm not very good at shooting through little gaps, especially small ones. You can go through the airplane's engines. Let's see if I can get through that. Ooh, did it. Amazing. And I just hit that tree, I think. Let's try. Oh, nope. I was going to try and shoot through that little gap and then go underneath that thing. And I'm all over the place. But yeah, actually, this map is huge. Let me get way up in the air. There's a blimp. There's all these buildings over here. Let's fly around inside the blimp for a second. The blimp's cool. You can just go in here. But anyways, you get the idea. There's a bunch of these freestyle maps. Alright, let's go ahead and exit to the main menu. Let's go look at some of the customization options. Well, I'll show you my controls first. Alright, right now if you go to settings and you go to controller sensitivity, this is where you can adjust your rates. You got your pitch rates, your yaw rates, and your roll rates. So these determine how fast the quadcopter tilts, how sensitive the control sticks are. I've got mine at 0.58, which is moved up a little bit from where the stock ones were. I put my super rates up to 0.85. So a super rate is when you move your stick all the way over, it'll flip and roll extremely fast. That'll make it flip and roll faster without affecting the normal rates. That really doesn't kick in until your stick gets all the way over. That's when the super rates kick in. Alright, you've got your expo. Your expo makes the sticks a little less sensitive around center. So if you're kind of new to this, you're probably going to want to add some expo. I've got just a tiny bit on pitch and roll. Alright, you got your roll rates, your roll super rates, and your roll expo. Then you got your yaw. Your yaw is basically like a rudder. On a quadcopter, of course, it's not called rudder, but it basically spins it around. It would, like on an aircraft or a helicopter, you would either call that your rudder or your tail, but on a quad, it's called your yaw. You got your super rate, same thing. If you bang your stick all the way over, that thing's going to spin around in circles really fast. I've got 0.30 expo on the yaw. I kind of like a slower yaw. I don't like a really fast yaw. Alright, throttle mid 0.20. I'm not actually sure what the 0.20 was because I changed that from 0 to 0.20 just to see what it did, and it didn't really seem to make a difference. Now I've also got throttle expo. I got 0.30 on the throttle expo. Like I was talking to Canoodle, who, you know, he's the DRL pilot who helps run this game, and he suggested to put some throttle expo on here. That really helps to control the throttle a little bit, so the throttle stick's not quite so sensitive, because these quads have super duper power, man. These are crazy powerful. So adding a little bit of throttle expo was really nice. So that's mainly the deal here. You know, I wouldn't really mess with this throttle mid because I don't know what it is. At first, if you're new, you probably want to leave the settings alone. Maybe actually, I don't know, if they're too slow, move your rates up higher. If it's too fast, move them a little lower. All right. Let's go look at some of the customization. If you go to the workbench, you can come in here, and I've made a whole bunch of ones. I think I want to change the color of this guy. I'm going to make this guy all green, alright? First thing I'm going to do is go to style. I'm going to reset that. But you can choose all these different styles here to make your quad look different. I think I'm going to go with some sort of green settings here. So let's go over, let's pick that style for now. We'll go into colors. I guess I'll give him a green trail. I'll give him green props. Alright, a green camera and a green everything else. Now I can go back to style and play around with, that a little more. That's kind of cool. There's all these different things you can pick for the style. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it like that for right now. Extras. On some of these you can change the cameras. You can take that camera off if you want. Lipos, you can do 3-cell to 5-cell lipos. Of course, the higher the cell, the lipo, the more power these things have. You can change all your props. I'm not really going to get into that. I kind of like the stock props. I've changed to some different props, but I really like the feel of the stock props that they put on these things. You can change all your motors to give it a little more or a little less power, and you can change your frames. So you can, you got a whole bunch of different frames you can pick from, different sizes and stuff like that. So anyways, that's pretty much the most part of what you're going to change here. I forgot to save that, so it went back to the way it was, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do one more solo race, and then I'm going to end this video. I'm going to do the Championship Kingdom. This is an easy track. This one's actually a lot of fun. I really like this map a lot. This one's really cool. It's got a lot of neon lights. It's at nighttime. Everything's lit up. It's a great looking map. I forget what place I came in on this one. Alright, get ready. Here we go. But yeah, I would definitely suggest this simulator to anybody who's... And I crashed right at the start. I would definitely suggest this simulator to anybody who's looking to learn to fly or to get better at flying. It's actually a lot of fun. Oh, there's a lot of maps, and I totally just missed that gate. There's a lot of maps, a lot of really cool maps. None of them are really that easy. Most of the ones that say easy are actually pretty hard, but they challenge you. They challenge you to keep getting better and better, so you don't want to run just a bunch of like really easy maps because you'll never get better if they're too easy. You know what, after this, I mean, maybe we'll go look at one more of these racing maps after this. One of the ones that are like a lot easier. I'm crashing. I don't even know where I'm at. But at first you want to be able to learn just to take these corners real slow because as you can see I'm flying really sloppy now. I think I'm trying to take them a little faster than my skill set. I'm not quite good enough to be trying to go this fast yet. I flew RC airplanes and helicopters for many years, but I have never actually got into this type of FPV racing or anything where you actually had to stay on a course or go through gates. Right, that part's completely new to me. So I'm flying pretty sloppy right now. That's okay though. Usually I go a little slower, but right now I'm trying to push myself and get good at taking these corners at really high speeds, kind of like that. And I just went off. Wow, I saved it. But yeah, that's what happens when you try and go too fast. So don't fly over your ability level, or you see exactly what's going to happen. Man, I suck at this. Anyways, you get the idea. Instead of wasting time, let's change maps and go to one of the easier maps. We'll go to one of the featured tracks. Let's see, where's the figure 8? This is probably one of the easiest maps I've flown so far. The gates are a little small, but it's all straight on and straightforward. So I would probably suggest with starting off with this map. The field, figure 8, 3 laps, alright? I've never actually flown this map with this quad yet, I don't think. I've always flown one of the slower ones on this map, so we'll see how I do. But yeah, this is one of the easiest. This is the easiest map I've flown so far. This one's really good to get you like accustomed with going through the gates and the whole racing thing. This is more like what your average person would probably find in real life. Most of you guys probably aren't going through like buildings, and I mean some of you might be. And I just hit that gate, and I think I'm going backwards now. I sure am. But like, see right now I'm flying at a nice speed. I'm not trying to take anything too fast. This is more how you want to do it when you start. Just kind of cruise through it. Take it really easy. I mean, you're still going to end up making mistakes. Like I missed that gate. But that's the whole point of having one of these simulators, is just learning to fly these things. Right now I'm stuck on something. I can't get off, so I'm going to have to... Right now the reset button's not working. Sometimes I can't get the reset button to work. I don't know why. Every once in a while it seems to malfunction. Most of the time it flips you right back over once you get stuck on something, but I'd say maybe like 95% of the time it works. Every once in a while it does not. I had to push it like 20 times before it kicked in. Alright, so that's the end of this map. Alright, so that was pretty good. Let's see if I placed somewhere. 162nd place. And I ran real slow, plus I had those crashes and stuff, so 162nd, I mean that's still not bad. I came in 162nd out of everybody who's flown that map. Let's go do one more map. I'll show you one of my other favorite maps. It's a lot harder this one, but it's a lot of fun. We're gonna go with another featured tracks, and we're gonna go with Morning Cruise, right? Yep, Morning Cruise. This is a really, really fun map for some reason. I really like this map a lot. I know this is ended up being kind of a long video, but I flew some extra maps here. Alright, here we go. Oh! There's one part on this map that gets me every single time. I'll tell you when we go to it, but I constantly wreck through it. Since I've been practicing more, I'm gonna try and take this map a little faster. I've got to know this map really well, because this is probably the map I've flown the most out of all of them. And I do have my graphics on the very lowest settings, so if you turn them up, this part right here gets me every single time. I always crash or miss these gates. Oh my god. That's terrible. Where's the gate? There it is. Those are some really sharp turns, so I think I always try and take those way too fast. Alright, so here we go. Let's go through this. And I just messed up. See, I like these gates. They're a little bigger. These ones aren't as hard to go through as some of the other ones. These have nice, large-sized gates. I don't know. This is actually probably one of my favorite tracks right here, to tell you the truth. This one's really good for getting the hang of going around turns and stuff. The gates are easier, so it's a really, really nice track. Plus, it's got like a lot of stuff. This is the part here. Let's try and I hit that gate. That's how you want to do it. But yeah, I can't seem to get the hang of that part right there. Now we want to go through the finish. Alright, so let's see if I came in a place on that time. If I did, that means I've beat my best time so far. 206th place. Not too bad, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Hopefully I covered everything on here, and I'll catch you guys later.